Hi. So this is a practice that's a little bit shorter, and just if you're feeling in the mood for something creative, a little bit of fun, just lift the spirits and the mood. It'll be a little challenging with some standing, stronger flow work, so a little bit of experience will be required. Anyway, don't take it too seriously, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay. So just come to start in your most comfortable seated position. You could sit cross-legged on a cushion or a bolster or blanket, kneeling, or if you prefer, you could lie down here on your back, just as we start with a connection to the breath. And once you're in your comfortable position, choosing to close the eyes, or if you would prefer, just softening your gaze. Allow your belly to be soft. We can shift the awareness to the breath, starting to lengthen and deepen the breath. With the soft belly, there's a natural expansion with your inhalation. We take the time for the full exhalation to gently move through the body. Inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. We're going to help to balance the yin and the yang energies with the direction of the breath through the spine, through our central channel. So bringing your awareness to the base of your spine, the tailbone. And then from the earth, we inhale up through the spine to just above the crown of your head. And then exhaling back down from the sky above the crown of the head through the central channel, through the spine, down to the earth. Inhaling slowly up through the spine. And exhaling, dissolving, grounding the breath down. Here we're balancing the yin energy of the earth with the uplifting inhalation. And balancing the yang energy of the sky with the grounding exhalation. Just a few more breaths here. You might like to start awakening the exhale so it's a little more active, with a very gentle drawing of the lower belly towards the spine as you exhale. Making sure that you release the exhalation and soften the belly for the inhalation. If you're lying down, gently making your way to roll to the side of the body, pausing there for a breath or two and coming up, and we're just going to sit together with the soles of the feet grounded, the hands by the hips. The feet can be just a little wide of your hips here. We'll inhale at the center. Then exhaling, dropping the knees to the side. Inhaling to come back up. And exhaling over through to the other side. And adding the arms, inhaling up to the center. Exhaling, the knees drop to the side and we lift the left arm up. So we're turning to the right side. And then coming back through, all the way through to the left side. Inhaling to reach the right arm up. And exhaling to sweep the knees over to the right side. Inhaling to come up. Exhaling one last time through, knees come to the left side. And inhale up with the right arm. And coming back through to the center. We'll just draw the knees into the chest. You can hold on to the top of the shins. Drop the chin down gently. Return to the breath through the spine here. Inhaling up through. And exhaling back down the length of the spine. And making your way over to the hands and the knees. And slowly we're going to start with some gentle movement of the spine here. So we have the soft elbows. We inhale to open the chest, broaden the collarbones. And then exhaling, gently drawing through the full length of the spine. Inhaling to open up. And exhale through. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen the heart forward, inhaling. It's a long exhale towards child's pose, gently guiding the hips back towards the heels. And full breath here in child's pose. And inhaling to come up to the hands and the knees. Here you might like to pop up onto your toes. Lower down slowly, exhaling to the earth. Release your feet, inhale to the belly. Heart lifts with an exhale. A little higher if you like with your inhaling, little support of the hands. And exhaling, long breath out to come down. Inhale to the belly. Through the knees or toes, exhaling. And then making your way through downward facing dog. Our first downward dog for the practice, just gently bending one knee, releasing the opposite heel. And you can change from side to side with a connection to your breath. If there's any other releases that you would like to do here in downward dog, releasing the neck or rolling out through the spine. A little twist of the hips if you like. We'll start to slowly walk towards the top of the mat, keeping the head dropped. And then the feet are hip distance apart. We're holding onto the elbows, dropping the head and just gently swaying side to side, opening up some space through the side waist and the lower back. Noticing what's going on through the neck and shoulders here. We habitually holding on to a lot of unnecessary tension. Can we drop that head a little further?
We'll meet at the center in the forward fold. Release the hands down, softening through your toes. Balancing even weight through the feet. So we can awaken the pelvic floor here, a little gathering of behind the pubic bone up through to behind the navel. And then with soft knees, just slowly taking your time to roll up to standing. The head is dropped, leading with the back of the heart space. And once you're standing, a beautiful juicy roll out of the shoulders. We can come to stand at the top of the mat here. You could bring your feet together if you prefer to have the feet hip distance apart or slightly wide for the lower back, then please do. Nice slow breath up through the body from earth to sky. And balancing with an exhale back down through the body to the earth. Inhaling to sweep the arms wide. Palms together, exhale to fold forward, softening the knees as much as you need to. Inhale for a flat spine halfway. And the left leg steps back, exhale. Going to bring the knee down to the mat. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, the hands wash down. Lift the knee, inhale, and step to downward dog, exhale. Come to your knees, opening the heart space, inhaling. And then exhale, a little release for the spine, and broadening the back of the heart, exhale. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward, and a long exhale towards child's pose. And rise up onto your knees and shins. Inhale, opening the chest, lengthen to fingertips. We wrap the hands around the shoulder blades, exhaling to gently curl inward. Inhale to rise up. From hands to heart, exhale. A breath to the belly, inhale. We step the right foot forward. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen all the way up. And exhale, the hands come to the earth. Let's have a breath into the belly. And relax the collarbones. Lifting the back knee, twist to the right side. Inhaling, opening up. Exhale, lower the hand down. Looking forward, inhale. And step to the top of the mat. Exhale to fold. Half lift, inhale. And lengthen, drop the head, exhale. Arms to sweep wide, inhaling. Through to your heart space, exhale. Returning into the breath. So powerful here to drop into the stillness between movement. And sweeping the arms wide, inhaling. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, flat spine. And right leg steps back, knee comes down to the mat. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhaling down to the ground. Lift the back knee, inhale. And step to downward dog, exhale. Come to the knees, inhaling, opening the full spine. And exhaling, navel to the spine. Inhale, the heart lengthens forward.
And exhaling, long breath out towards child's pose.
Rising up here onto your shins, opening up, inhaling.
Exhale, wrap the hands around, dropping the head down. Inhale to open back up. And exhale to the heart. So we gather through the pelvic floor, taking a breath in, and left foot steps forward as we exhale. Inhale to lengthen, and hands to the earth, exhale. Breathe to the belly, creating some softness through the neck and shoulders. Then we'll lift the back knee, a twist to the left side, inhaling, rolling the heart open. Exhale, the hand comes back down. Inhale, and step to the top of the mat. Exhale to fold. Half lift. And empty, exhale. Drop the head. Arms to sweep wide, inhaling. And heart, exhale. Just bringing the arms by the side of the body, naturally allowing your arms just to be released here, so there's no pulling of the arms to the torso. As we return back into the breath, we can observe how the breath creates movement within your body. Don't rush the exhalation. The eyes are closed. Just opening the eyes here as we start to build on our flow. So sweeping the arms wide, inhale, holding onto your left wrist. Take the left foot behind the body and exhale into a little side bend there to the right side. And breath into the left side of the lungs. And exhaling, we can fold here, sweeping the arms back as we drop the head down. Bending your knees, keeping the foot placement as it is, lifting the heart, reaching up through fingertips. Exhale, the hands come down to the heart space. Breath to the back of the body, inhale. As you exhale, turning to the right side here and seeing if we can take that left elbow into the outside of the right thigh. Create length in your spine as you come into the twist. Turning the head to look down. Little tricky here, we're going to commit into that right foot, bringing the hands back into the heart space, drawing the left knee to meet the right knee, and then pressing out through the left heel as you exhale. Let the heart float and the inner thigh float. And then with courage, bending into the front knee, stepping back slowly to the high lunge, inhaling all the way up. And let the arms sweep down as we lower the back knee down to the body. Then reaching up here through your left arm, inhale, softening shoulder blades, exhale. Inhaling, and the arms gently windmill over by the front foot. Lifting the back knee, inhale, and step back into downward dog, exhale. You're welcome to come to your knees, take a little rest, recharge in child's pose, or we can inhale through to the high plank. Exhale, lowering down, choosing cobra here or upward dog if you're familiar. Inhaling. And then exhaling through either into child's pose or downward facing dog. In child's pose, you could take the arms by the side of the body with the palms faced up. We could rest with the forehead onto the fists or the back of the hands. And balancing the breath. Slow, steady, central breath. If we're in child's pose and you'd like to, come back through to downward facing dog. Taking the right leg high, inhale. Exhale, stepping the foot through slowly between the hands. Drop the back heel down, inhale up, warrior two. Inhale, we'll float up. And exhale, softly returning back in. 2 more times, inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, really drinking that breath in, drinking the nectar in. And exhale softly. Peaceful warrior, leaning back, inhaling. And lengthening up through the front leg. If you want to adjust your leg lengths, you can to bring it a little narrower. We'll take a breath in here. And then drawing up on the front thigh as we come through for triangle pose, Trikonasana. If the top shoulder feels uncomfortable here, you could take your hand to your hip if that feels more supportive for the shoulder. And we could also turn the head to look down if it's too intensive for your neck to look up. Slowly come all the way back up, inhaling. Bend to the front knee, exhale. Peace warrior, one more time, inhale. And exhale, windmill the hands over, lifting your back heel to come to your lunge. Lengthen breath in and step to the top of the mat, exhaling to fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale. Arms sweeping wide, inhaling. Take the arms by the side of the body, exhale. Just relaxing the toes, softening the joints. And breath is nourishing. Preparing for the second side. We'll sweep the arms wide, inhale, holding onto your right wrist this time, and step the right foot behind off to the left edge of the mat. Exhaling into a little side bend. Inhaling into the right side of the ribs. We can just tilt towards the sun. And then exhale, we'll fold here, dropping the head, bowing down as the arms sweep behind. Bending both knees, inhaling to lift the heart, reaching up through fingertips. And exhaling, palms to prayer position. Inhale to the back body. And the twist here as we exhale. If this is starting to get a little too tricky, the twist could just be in layer here as an option. Keeping length to the spine. And then we turn the head to look down, bringing the palms back and the torso back to the center. A little gathering of your pelvic floor as you bring the right knee to meet the left. And then exhaling to press out through the heel. Little float of the body and the leg up. And then starting to bend into the left knee, stepping back slowly to the lunge. Inhaling to reach the arms tall. And exhale, arms sweep down, back knee comes down. Reach the right arm up, inhale. And we soften the shoulder blade, exhale. We can turn the armpit into the jawline a little here, giving space of the shoulder blade away from the spine. One more breath in. And exhaling to windmill the hands over by your front foot. Lifting the back knee, inhale. And stepping back, downward dog, exhale. Returning to child's pose if you would like to. Or inhaling to come forward. Exhale, chaturanga, cobra or upward dog, inhaling. And exhale through, downward facing dog. If you'd prefer to be with your breath here in child's pose, we have about 3 to 5 breaths. In downward facing dog, there's a pulling of the thighs to the thigh bones, the inner thighs lifting up, and then a lengthening down through the inner line of the leg, inner line of the ankle and heel. Very slight, subtle sensation of internal rotation there. This is giving space to your sacral area at the lower back and hips. If you're in child's pose and you'd like to come to downward dog, lifting up through here as you exhale. And then our left leg goes high, inhaling. Exhale, stepping it through slowly, lots of space under the body for the leg to come through. Drop the back heel down and inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana 2. Welcome to close the eyes here as we move with the breath. Inhaling to draw up and exhale, softening. Inhale, give attention to your back arm and back leg. Exhale. And inhale one last time. And softly exhaling. We can always take the fingertips just below shoulder height, making sure we're not over activating the shoulders and neck. Peaceful warrior, keep the front knee bent as you lean back, opening left side. And then lengthening up through that front leg, adjusting the width of the feet if you would like to. And we exhale through into Trikonasana. Remembering the options here, if you would like the top arm to come to the hip, we could also turn the head to look down. Lengthening out through to the crown of your head. We'll bend into the front knee. One more peaceful warrior here. Inhale. And then exhale, we windmill the hands to come over. Inhaling, lifting heel, looking forward. And exhale, stepping slowly forward, coming to the fold. Half lift, inhale. And exhale. Arms sweeping wide, inhaling to stand. Exhale through to your heart space. Arms sweep wide as we inhale. Folding forward, exhale. Let the elbows lead with the relaxed shoulders. Half lift. Empty, exhale to fold. And then we're walking our feet slowly back into downward facing dog. Come down to your knees, opening the heart, inhaling. Rounding through spine, exhale. Lengthen chest forward, inhale. And long exhale to child's pose. Here in child's pose, we can just settle into the breath. Belly is soft. Swirling the breath. Nurturing. Releasing through any heaviness of the spine. And then gently we're going to come up through to a seated position. You can sit here to face towards your screen, bringing the soles of the feet together and taking the knees out wide. We can interlace our fingers around the outer edges of the feet. You could also hold on to the ankles if that feels more comfortable for you. And again, we can soften the eyes or close them. Inhale travels up from base of spine through to crown of head. And the exhalation back down the spine to the earth. 2 more breaths like this, keeping the spine upright. Take another inhalation from the earth up through to the sky. This time as you exhale, if you would like to, you can start to gently lead forward with the chest. The elbows could come in front of the shins, or we could take them to the inner thighs and roll them towards the knees to help to open the hips up. And then there's a lift out of the pelvis. Few more breaths here. Seeing if we can start to open the soles of the feet like the pages of a book. And slowly releasing your spine to come back up. And we can bring the knees together slowly. Exhale. Take the hands just behind the hips. Feet come wide, just a little wide of your hip width. Inhaling here. And then exhaling, knees to the right side slowly. And lift up through the left arm, returning back into that nice rolling of the spine. Coming back down slowly. Exhaling all the way through to your left side with the knees. Inhaling, the right arm sweeps up. Exhaling to sweep the breath through to the other side. One more time each side. Inhaling up through left. And exhaling over through to the left side. Inhaling up through right. And slowly coming back through to the center. And then we'll just hold on to the knees. Return to your breath. Here you could choose to keep the feet grounded or a little float of your feet if you would like to. And try a little cosmic egg there. Relaxing the shoulders. Eyes can be soft or closed. Feeling the nurturing movement of your breath. And we'll lower the feet down slowly. Before we move here, just one more breath with the feet grounded. And then just adjusting yourself so when you do lie down, don't lie down just yet, but when you do, there's space for you behind on the mat. Reaching the arms forward. So if the lower back is feeling a little fragile, a little sensitive, please use your hands to assist you here. Otherwise, we're going to start with a grounding of the feet and a lifting of the pelvic floor. So that little internal zip pulls up from behind the pubic bone to behind the navel. And then trying to keep our knees about the same distance here. Try not to let them collapse in or fall wide. We can imagine that our spine is an ice cream scoop and you're just slowly, delicately placing each bone one at a time down onto the ground. You can take the arms over the head and then if you would like to stretch out, pulling the toes up, lengthening out through the legs. And then slowly exhaling, the arms come down by the side of the body. We'll just come into a little twist of the spine. So the arms out to the side. And bring the knees up together. Inhaling here. You can lift your hips a little just to place them slightly off to the left. And then exhaling your knees over to the right side. Choosing to have the head in the direction that feels most natural for you here. We don't want to take the neck into any extremes through the rotation. Always staying within a space that offers some potential for deepening and softening without feeling like we've gone all the way to the closed gate. It's just that beautiful element of softening around each of the positions of the body. Relax the left shoulder blade a little here, lengthening gently out through to the soft part of your wrist on that left side. Your knees don't have to be stacked here, so if your left knee, the top knee, wants to be a little further back than the bottom knee, just let it naturally come to its position. Beautiful final long complete breath on this side.
your head is turned to the side, just turning your head back up towards the ceiling. And it's best to move here with an exhalation, so we're creating the internal support for the spine. So we can inhale in our twist. And the exhale brings the knees back up to the middle. Just adjusting the position of the base of the spine there. Let's just hold on to the shins, and before we move to the other side, just a little neutralizing here for a breath or two. Allowing your body to process that deep twist. Careful not to start to fall out of the practice with the presence of the mind here as we start to slow down, coming towards the end. Choose to be present, remain focused, anchored with your breath. And then the arms can come out to the side. We'll lift the hips, shift them a little off to the right, and then an exhale to the left side. And again, the knees can just come to a comfortable position. Turning the head to look in the direction that feels most nurturing and supportive for you. These twists are beautiful for the nervous system, also for the digestive system. So we can start to work with the slightly longer exhalations here. Becoming a little more sensitive to the breath so that we can pause in the natural stillness between breaths. If the head is turned to the side, bringing the head back up to the center, inhaling in your twist still. Let the exhale support you to come back up through with the knees to the center. And then just holding on to the top of the shins again, relaxing across the chest and collarbones. You can have a little rock side to side if you like. Just be mindful that we don't over activate the muscles in the arms here, pulling those knees down and shins down. And gently we can release to Savasana. And in Savasana, we're just allowing the body to come to a natural position. It doesn't have to be on your back. It could be lying on your side or lying on the belly. Just releasing to the earth.
allowing that beautiful union of mind, breath and body here to strengthen. And we can start to bring some movement gently into the breath and body here. You can stretch the arms over the head. Bending the knees slowly. And then if you like, bringing your knees up into the chest one final time. We can roll over to the side. Hello, Hokey Pokey. And just making your way gently up through. She knows that it's over. Once you come to your comfortable seat, you can just bring the palms together to the heart space. Observing any subtle shifts within the body, mind and breath. And gently bowing forward here, honouring the pure divine light in each other and that same light that all beings share. Namaste. Thank you for joining me on that practice and hokey pokey. Perfect timing. Hope you have a beautiful rest of the day or evening wherever you are, and I've been thinking of you all, sending you lots of love and support. Thank you.